Hey Top 10 viewers, are you getting sick of this message yet? That's too bad, because I really need all of you guys to understand that this show and myself, we're leaving Screw Attack and going over to the No. It's gonna be the same show, same me, so don't go anywhere except to the No. Go to youtube.com/no or theno.tv. I see people in the comments on YouTube like Cobalt here saying, and likely no one from here will go to the No, and they'll just be like, what happened to the top 10s? I'm telling you what's happened to the top 10s. We're going to the No. We're getting a new home, moving out of the house. Striking out on her own. Just go watch the show on the No. It's winter, which means it's cold. Cold like the souls of everybody you're gonna see on this list. So hey, I'm Nervous Nick for Screw Attack's Top 10 Edgelords.
Number 10.
Okay, you know that cliched anime pose where they put their hand on their face because they're so crazy and edgy and whatever? So get a load of this guy. As you'll notice, My Hero Academia's main villain named Shigaraki doesn't even need to use his own hands to tell the world how insane he is, because he keeps 14 dismembered hands latched onto himself at all times. Almost all time. There was that one scene, I guess. Like most lords worth their edge, his hatred for everybody comes from a traumatic childhood incident. In Shigaraki's case, there was some vague moment of expecting a superhero to save him, only for nobody to show up. You know, bummer. But as he grew up, Shigaraki learned that he had powers too. Specifically, he can disintegrate anything he puts 5 fingers on, like elbows. It comes in handy when you've got to fight teenagers and tell them why society sucks.
Number 9.
Let's see here. Black baggy pants, unnecessary amount of belts, hair in the eyes, constantly swearing. I definitely went to middle school with this kid. Anyway, BLAZBLUE's RAGNA the BLOODEDGE is like so totally against the establishment, man. And with a name that sounds like something he gave himself, is there any doubt that he belongs on this list? With a backstory involving all kinds of family turmoil and dismemberment and vampires, Ragna is the kind of anime protagonist who really likes to get his brood on.
You know what? I hate the world anyway.
He broods while taking a walk. He broods while taking a nap. He broods while holding his oversized edgelord sword. And he even broods while fighting evil hipsters using edgy sounding attacks. Blood cane, blood scythe. This dude is edgy AF.
Number 8.
Comics go to all sorts of dark places, but most superheroes can't keep up with someone whose nickname is literally the Dark Knight. Tragic backstory, dark costume, never smiles, violently beats people up, probably a psychopath. You can't just spend decades and decades crying over your parents and insisting on going lone wolf without getting onto my list, Bruce.
Swear to me!
You know, I almost wanted to put Red Hood on here with his pent-up angsty frustrations against bats, but almost anything that can be said about Jason can be said tenfold for Bruce. So I tip my black pointy cowl to you, Batman, for paving the way for other comic book edgelords to come.
Number 7.
You didn't think it was possible at number 7 on Top 10 Edgelords, but Sephiroth's own edginess is rivaled only by his swords. 'Cause it's sharp and big. Final Fantasy VII's big bad villain speaks almost exclusively in overly lofty dialogue. He beats you over the head with the world's most subtle symbolism and has inspired more than too many too cool for school usernames online. If the leather-booted, black trench-coated, wispy, white-haired Seph somehow doesn't convince you that he's top 10 worthy, maybe the abominations he turns into will. But really, can there be anything edgier than thinking of yourself as a one-winged angel falling from grace? Maybe a devil without any horns? You know what? Yes.
Number 6.
Would anybody be surprised that we're bringing up a video game called Devil May Cry on this list? You know, Dante and Virgil are both pretty edgy in their own rights. Virgil wants to become as demonic as possible. Dante's so free-spirited that he legitimately cares about almost nothing, but neither of them are as edgy as the reimagined Dante from DMC. Remember when OG Dante was so over the top that it became almost like a punchline to a joke? God, no fun allowed here! Well, I mean, the game is fun, but Dante himself, not nearly as wacky as he was. Half angel, half demon, full-on moral ambiguity. And just in case you were starting to miss goofball Dante,
Not in a million years.
yeah, screw you for liking those other Devil May Cry games. Dante's giving you the middle finger for liking fun.
Number 5.
Edginess is one of those adjectives that doesn't have one universally accepted definition. That was until May 24th, 2016. This whole top 10, this whole thing, has been decided in part by the question, would they main Reaper in Overwatch? The super soldier turned supernatural terrorist is out to kill as many former Overwatch heroes as possible, and is always referring to himself as Death Incarnate.
Death walks among you.
Get this though, Reaper is too cool to reload his dual sawed-off shotguns the normal way, or at all for that matter. He just chucks them and pulls out another pair of sawed-offs. And another, and another, and another, and another. Besides, his name is literally Reaper. He's a couple of randomly capitalized X's away from being every edgy 14-year-old you've ever encountered online. Apologies to edgy 14-year-olds everywhere.
Number 4.
Nothing pushes you to the edge of edginess like a good old existential crisis. Since the original 151, Mewtwo has been one of the most quote-unquote evil Pokemon out there. With incredible powers and a hatred for the humans who engineered him in that lab, he sought to take over the world and exact his revenge on humanity and, you know, all that good cartoon villain stuff. But hey, it's not like he's without good reason for being the way he is. Mewtwo spent the first several months of consciousness bonding with a young girl until a fatal disease took her life force away. Welcome to reality where everything sucks and then you die! And just for bonus points, Mewtwo comes across especially angsty because he's got resting "I'ma kill ya" face. Do you think it's partly because he's got a lunchbox handle on the back of his neck? Probably gets annoying, right?
Number 3.
This is another one where the edginess begins at the very name. Shadow? Seriously? If that sounds like an unsubtle hint to a mysterious past and a morally gray future, what could have possibly given that away? Let's not forget or forgive Shadow's standalone game where his edge was in full force.
Damn, not here.
Whoa! Can't let mom find out I'm playing this very mature game. Hey, it's easy to take shots at Shadow for all of his try-hard attempts at being the cool one, and I may have had some controversial opinions on him in top 10 worst Sonic characters, but there's no denying that this hardcore hedgehog has been a fan favorite since day one, unlike the brooding animals who've tried to dethrone him since. I'm looking at you, Infinite!
Number 2.
You know, lots of crime-fighting teams have the token dark character. You know, your Raphaels, your Wolverines, but they've got nothing on Raven from the Teen Titans. You can just look at her and tell what trope she fills. And with the power to drown her enemies in darkness and summon a giant bird made of shadows, was there ever any doubt she belonged here? Speaking of her powers, did I mention she got them from her dad, who's basically gigantic Satan? You know, that kind of a heritage would put anybody through a lifetime's worth of dark clothing and infinite frowning. It actually isn't a phase, Mom! But in Raven's case, her whole reason for being emotionally distant is because strong emotions could summon her Muy Loco Diablo Padre, who will then take over the planet. And worse, Raven's got more of a reason to be an edgelord than pretty much anyone on this list. You know, side note, because I just thought of this. Okay, I haven't seen Titans yet, but I can only imagine how dark she is in that show. F Titans, F Robin, F Trigon, F you! I don't know why she has a man voice. All right, before we hit that big old number 1, let's rattle off some honorable mentions that almost made the cut. Rorschach from Watchmen. His hobbies include looking down at humanity and whispering no. Ryuko from Kill la Kill. Kylo Ren from Star Wars, Zuko from Avatar The Last Airbender, Light Yagami, the Kira himself from Death Note, Sasuke from Naruto, Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh!, Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z, and 6 Juggernaut Stars Scours the Universe from Kill 6 Billion Demons. Yes, that is his full name.
It's number 1.
Yeah, I know I've kind of been pointing and laughing at some of the edgelords on this list, but number 1 is a totally different case. Think of Spawn like a general for the armies of hell, only he's gone rogue. That's like a whole nother dimension of edginess. And really, what's not to like about this character? Spawn was a former CIA dude who was murdered, turned into this awesome looking thing, and will stop at absolutely nothing to reunite with his wife. No matter how far down the path to hell he goes, you still root for the guy. He fights with necroplasm, wicked chains, and the sickest cape of all time, all of which he used to overthrow God and Satan to become the supreme lord of all existence. Heck, that alone landed him on last week's top 10 OP comic book characters. In short, he's a power fantasy who every edgelord would kill to be. But beyond that, Spawn is just an unironically awesome character who never comes across as annoying. 2019 movie reboot? Don't fail us now. For our secret number 11, you might not think of something as cutesy as Kirby being an edgelord. That is until you see how hardcore he tries to be on American box art. Apparently, for whatever reason, we Americans buy Kirby games more if this gives us the angry eyes. But you know what? I think it's all made up because when I look at the Japanese box versus the American box, must buy more Kirby.